What is going on, everybody? Draco Invictus here with a brand new series on Night of the Dead. We're going to be playing a series called Surviving Night of the Dead, where each episode covers a day in the game. So we're going to see what we can do, how many waves we can get through. We're not going to be rushing through the story, and yeah, we're just going to have some fun with it. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so here we are in the start menu, and I wanted to cover a couple things with you really quick before we jumped into the game. In settings, go over to your control and check your keybinds, because there's a few things that I enjoy. I like having my inventory on my C key as well as my tab. It's just easier that way. And then for my interaction 1, I have the E and the F key for interaction 1, and interaction 3 I have on the Q key. That way I don't have to look across for the T key. It's my own personal thing, but there is a way to change your key binding in the game, so make sure to check that out. Moving on into the graphic settings, check your gamma. I will be adjusting my gamma from about here, and I will be bumping it up at nighttime just for you guys so that you can actually see more than just my little flashlight. You'll actually be able to see more of the game, and so I will be adjusting that throughout each day from day to night cycle. So when it starts to get a little too dark, I'll come in here and I'll bump the gamma up. So with that out of the way, let's get back out of here, and we're going to start a new game. So we are going to be playing on normal mode, because that's where most people who just start this game are going to be. So I figured, you know what, let's just stick with the masses on this. We're also going to be avoiding hardcore mode, but this is something else. As you can see when I mouse over it, it says cannot be revived. So if you want to YOLO this game, you only live once, then just on any mode over here, you can just click on hardcore as well. So this is going to set your zombie difficulty, but then if you do die, you're done. So we're going to leave normal, not hardcore, and we're going to go ahead and start the game and see where we end up. So let's just jump there. All right, guys, so here we are in game. We are playing as Lucy, of course. And there are several things that I want to go over with you really quickly. To get to any of your build menus, you either have to access the specific bench that you want to build from, or press the B key, and it brings up your build bar over here on the left hand side. Most of your base building stuff will be under the little house icon for floors, walls, stairs, and fences. And the little hammer and anvil brings up all of your crafting stuff. So equipment, which is like your equipment production table, your crafting benches, your cooking bench. And then under utility, you have research table and farm. And then over here, the little storage box icon, we click on that. You have utility, fire, interior, and decoration. And one of the things that you will want to be looking for is under the utility button, you will see storage boxes. So the tutorial isn't very good on laying out where some of this stuff is. So explore each of these tabs. If you want lighting on your base, then ceiling lights or wall lights, or this is like a floor thing and it's just like flames shooting up. It's really cool. But yeah, the B key is going to lead you to everything. And of course, this button down here is the traps. Melee and range traps are base traps. Animal traps are obviously for catching animals. And then you have the special button, like a bait trap, ankle trap, line mine, trapdoor, and barrel bomb. So these are all things that you're going to want to explore. So B key for the win. And like I mentioned, the tutorial isn't very good at this point. Remember, this is still early access. It skips a lot of things that I think that it should be telling a new player. Like, you know, pick up a pebble, you know, pick up a small rock, because it says make a felling axe. It doesn't tell you how to do that. It doesn't tell you, like, right now it says destroy the paper box to acquire research. Well, I just did, but since I didn't do it when the quest was up, it didn't give me credit for it and continue to move on. So we'll find another paper box as we travel on down the road here. But you can strip the cars and you get pieces of iron and cloth and research materials and plastic pieces, copper wire. You're going to use it all. So just get used to the grind of harvesting everything. You will see these on the road. You only need to pick up the first one because that is our journal. Now it gives us our first journal page, and everyone that you see along the road is also journal number 1. So you won't even be able to interact with them after you pick up the first one. I'm not going to go ahead and read through all this, but I'm leaving the screen up long enough so that you could pause and read through that if you wanted. The important thing here for each journal entry, and there are 7, is the clue that we want. It gives us a set of coordinates. It tells us to go to those coordinates, and we need to go to the 2nd floor of the research facility to find whatever it is that we're looking for. Essentially what we're looking for is pieces to a communication set so that we can radio someone and get off the island. That is the goal of this game. We are not in a rush to do this because I want to really kind of, you know, showcase some of the bigger hordes every night and stuff like that. So map or journal entries, very important. And again, and these coordinates are a little bit different. Normally they go across then down, but in here they actually go down then across. So to read those coordinates, it was 15 and change, so we want 15. And then it was 17 and change, so our first set of coordinates would be kind of over here. And we are actually, now that I look at the map, I didn't even realize we're very close to the middle of the map, and there's a nice city here in the middle of the map. So and you don't always spawn in the same location, so that's always fun too. So enough for the journal and the map for now. We are going to wander around, and of course we're going to be heading in a northeasterly direction. We're going to kind of follow this road, see where it takes us. This episode's going to be a little long, even though it's shorter as far as the time frame goes than the rest of the episodes, because we started at hour 9 of day 0, whereas the rest of the episodes will be starting at the beginning of the day, not in the mid-morning. So we did the box for the quest, and now it says that we have to destroy a bush to get a tree branch. Well, here's a bush right over here, and you just take out your knife and just hack at it, and there you go. And let's see, did we get a tree branch? Yes, we did. Okay. And get used to, see, like this one, hear the sound, it's a different sound than the bush. Whereas this is, it's like a thump. Yeah, we need an axe for that. And of course, our next quest is create an axe. So I went into my inventory. Let's break this screen down really quickly. You have clothing that you can collect around the map. Everything from new shoes to booty shorts to crazy t-shirts. So you can collect this all, and this is where you swap it out. Now, if you are playing multiplayer, you don't have this. They remove the clothing from multiplayer. So there is that. Then, of course, you have your ammo bag, your food bag, and your material bag. These can be upgraded. We'll talk about upgrades later. In the center here, we have our inventory, and this is the all inventory screen. And if you want to resort this, you simply double click on that and it will resort it. But then we have our gear. So this would show any weapons that we have, any clothing that we're carrying in our inventory, not wearing. Food tab shows us that we have 6 candy bars. I know it says energy bars, but don't tell me that doesn't look like a Snickers. And then we have the miscellaneous tab where everything else goes. Finally, we have the last screen over here. These are things that we can make without any workbenches or anything. We can make arrows, bolts, claw hammer, felling axe, which we need to make, and a pickaxe. So if we click on the felling axe, it tells us these are the materials that are required, and because it's not lit up, that's the one that's missing. We need to pick up a small stone. Do you remember earlier when I was saying how the game doesn't tell you in the very first tutorial stuff? So now that we have our small stone, we can come back in, and now we can create a felling axe. Felling axes are great for cutting down trees, obviously. You can use them on bushes, but I think the dagger may be a little bit faster. The pickaxe is what you want once you start whacking on rocks, and you will want to be whacking on a lot of rocks. So I went ahead and put my my axe in my hotbar, and now we're looking for a log. That's what we're wanting here. All right, so Lucy's great at swinging that axe. We got us a log, and the next thing it wants us to do is build a foundation. Now, I'm not going to do that right here. We're actually going to move down the road just a hair, because we are in the middle of nowhere. We definitely want to set up a base where we're closer to more resources, so that we can, when we go out farming and scavenging, we actually get something worth our time. So here I'm sprinting, pressing the S key to sprint. If you want to sprint faster, put your heavy weapon away and you can sprint a lot faster. So there is that. Make sure to collect all the these cardboard boxes give you research material. That is how you upgrade your tech tree. So every time you see a cardboard box, stop really quick and loot that, because the little 1x1 little research materials that you're going to pick up are certainly going to help in the long run. And there are places on the map where you can farm hundreds of research material in a single building. So keep that in mind as well. When you're sprinting, your condition bar, which is the yellow bar in the upper left-hand corner, as you can see, it's going down. If you sprint too far, it won't stop you from sprinting. Your screen will flash red really quickly, and you'll start burning through your health to sprint. So when you get close to getting that condition bar down, stop sprinting. Otherwise, you're burning through your health to run a little bit faster. Now, of course, if you absolutely needed that, there was a big mob coming after you or something like that, and you needed that extra sprint duration, then do that. That's better than getting eaten alive. But the top bar is obviously your health bar. The yellow bar is your condition bar, and it is going to drop throughout the day. And you will need to eat to build that back up. And of course, obviously your strength is, everything is dependent on that condition bar. So if you lose 10% of your condition bar, you're losing 10% of your total health that you could have, because your maximum health will not go above your condition. Neither will your strength. And we have a duck over here, but I don't think we don't have a bow yet, so we can't shoot the duck. And yes, you can shoot the birds. You need to shoot the birds, because you will need their feathers and their bones and their meat, all for very different things. Sparrows, ravens, ducks. I haven't seen any chickens. All right, see, so now we're starting to see like a couple houses here, which is nice. And I want to hear from you guys. I want you to let me know down in the comment section below. Do you want to see everything? Because I'm going over a lot of stuff in this first episode. I'm explaining, you know, benches and building menus and stuff like that. Do you want to see complete gameplay, or would you rather I just cut out the tedious carving part, you know, cutting down trees and rocks and stuff like that, and you guys just see the action? So I need to know how you want this series to go. You guys tell me down in the comment section below, and I will make that happen. So I am going to edit out, like if I'm just running, I'm going to edit it out of this one, simply because I don't know how you guys want it yet. But in the future, we will definitely get that figured out. There we go. So we want to create the pickaxe, right? We have all the materials for it. We're going to drag that down to our hotbar, and I'm actually going to put it over here on 6 for now, because ultimately I'm going to move the axe down as I start getting other weapons. But I wanted to show you carving on a hitting on a stone, what that looks like and what it should sound like, and I'll explain that in a second. All right, So there it is. I was whacking on a stone. There are different types of stones that you can farm different materials from. This one gives us boulders, stones, that kind of a thing. But let's say I come over here and I'm going to try and whack on this thing. If you listen, it's a very different sound. It's very dull at the end, which means that I'm not going to actually get anything out of this. This is just background decor. Yeah, you're not going to harvest anything from it. So you want to find stones like this one that are out in the open. But sometimes the dull world stones will be out there too. So just, if you whack on it once and it doesn't make that good sharp sound, move on. Now there are some zombies in the house right here next to me. I can hear them. But I'm hoping that I can get a better weapon here in just a second. Yeah, the claw hammer is not going to do it for us. And actually, there's a different kind of stone that I'm looking for. It should not be too hard to find. I pissed that guy off. So now he's going to be coming after me. So I'm going to go with the dagger. It's fast. So, oh, got two of them coming. Oh, now he's going to run away because he's hurting. Got this other guy coming. Now look at him. He's like a muscle guy. Huh? And try and move a little bit. That's what I found works best. Moving left to right, doing little strafing actions in between cuts because you can't move while you're swinging. So don't just sit there and mash on the button, which you can do. But you're not going to get very far. So we've got this guy. He's upset now. There we go. All right, so we got him dead. Here we go. The black stone. Every time you see a black stone, pull out your pickaxe and go to town on it. Even if you're in the middle of the city, if you find a black stone, whack on it. The reason why is this is where you're going to get iron ore, pieces of iron, a lot of pieces of iron, because you need a lot of iron in this game. Iron ingot, iron ore, you need it all. So the black rocks are imperative, and they are not as nearly as plentiful as the other rocks are. So we got iron ore, piece of iron, copper ore, and gunpowder from that one rock. So this rock will not give us that. It will just give us boulders and limestone, hopefully, because you'll need limestone in the later days. So make sure to hold on to that, because you're going to need to make cement. Okay, so we have several zombies in here. So I'm going to hop over here. We have to build a foundation, right? Can I climb these rocks? Yes, thank you. All right, so we're going to throw down a foundation here. Go through the little tutorial quest stuff. Because there's some things that we want. So we're going to get that built. Now it wants some stairs. So we're going to go ahead and build stairs. What are we missing? We're missing another log because we haven't cut down enough trees yet. I know that this one here on the ground will just give me logs. There we go. So build menu, stairs, make, rotate. And you can see on the screen, it tells you the keys for adjusting height, rotation, snapping, all those things, all wonderful. All right, so now it wants us to turn our light on and off. We do have a light. It's right there on our belt. So we'll just double tap that and then press M for the map. That opens up our map. And now it wants us to build a equipment production table. So that is going to be under crafting, under equipment, and then equipment production table. We need 5 small stones and 2 logs. Well, we actually only need 1 more log. So let's get that log, and then we'll gather up these stones. 2, 3. Cut down our log. And then we'll be able to create another couple different weapons that will be more effective at fighting off the zombies. All right, more small stones we need. That's 3, 4, and 5. All right, so now we can come back over here. Build our little table here. And I'll talk more about the crafting tables and stuff like that when we get to that point. But right now, I want to create a bow. So I need some vines, but I also want to create a spear so that we actually have a real weapon to use. So we're going to go ahead and craft the spear. It requires 1 iron ingot, 1 rope, and 1 tree branch. So now we have that made. We're going to move that down into position 2. And we'll just relegate our axe back over here to later positions on our hotbar. So now what do we need? We need 2 vines to make a bow. Vines are actually more plentiful in bushes than they are in trees. So that's where you want to target that. See, we already got the 2 that we needed there. We actually got 4 plus whatever we picked up there. Another 2. So we will be more than good to go. So now we can build our bow. And that goes into my 4th slot. And that's just my personal preference. You guys do what you want to do. Now we need to make some arrows. For that, we go back into our inventory or crafting menu, our personal crafting menu. And here we can make arrows. For 5 arrows, it requires 1 tree branch and 1 piece of iron. So I'm going to make about probably 30 arrows because that's the tree branches that I have. So I've got my arrows there. Now I'll be ready to fight these zombies. Now here's, especially early on when you're dealing with first early gear, don't go rushing in there. There's no need. Use a bow, get one's attention, and you could even stick him with a couple more arrows there. Be careful, a headshot when they're near death makes your arrows disappear. So, or mostly disappear. So be careful with that. You stick 6 arrows in them and then shoot them in the head and their head explodes. You're going to lose a bunch of arrows. So we're just going to pull these guys over. And we're going to be methodical about it. I really don't like the swing attack with the spear. That's kind of weird, but it's what we have to take right now. All right, come on, dude. Bring my arrows back to me. Thank you. And arrows are very cheap to make. Don't worry about losing or missing and stuff like that. Obviously, like that one there, I missed. Oh, now I've upset 2 of them. So I'm probably going to take that guy down. Stick a couple in this guy. And then switch to my spear. All right, now our whole area is clear. So we're going to pick up all our stuff, including that bag that this one dropped. These are loot boxes. You will find them all over the place. They look like this. The 2 stacked little like file crates. And then there's also like big consoles that have really good gear in them. So we got 17 research material. We got some pesticide, another candy bar, some fuel, an iron ingot. So this is a pretty good haul for early game. And we might as well come over here and pick up our other arrow. So this was an open space. How do you deal with it when you're in a house? Same thing, except you have to go inside first. So you open the door, make sure that you're clear, then find one, stick a arrow in them, and let's see, I've upset 2. So I'm gonna stick arrows in both of these guys and pull out my spear. There are at least 10 different variations of zombies that I've found in the game so far, so there we go. So yeah, don't think that there's just like 3 or 4 different versions. There are some beastly zombies in here, so. Oh, got another 2 upset at me, so. All right. So we got all of our arrows back. And I think there's a crawler in here. There may be one more in here. Nope, just the crawler. All right, so he's dead. So now we just proceed to clear out this house. This is an ammo box, so it's going to have some rifle ammo in it. And we also got a piece of iron. That's nice. In here, oh, look at this. We found our first piece of apparel. Looks like a shoebox, right? We got a padded vest, so we'll have to take a look at that in a second. These kind of crate boxes, they come in a couple different sizes. These are going to give you wood planks, nails, that kind of a thing. So here's a bigger crate. And this is a console. So, and the reason why I call it a console is because if you come into B for build and go over to your utility and go to utility here, it looks like the console. So, great for resources. As you can see, we got 29 research material. That's fantastic to see. Iron plates, gears, ropes, another candy bar, more ammunition, iron ingots, rubber rings, gunpowder. It's all fantastic. Take it all. Of course, we are getting close to running out of room. That is one thing that we need to be mindful of is inventory management. Really quick, let's take a look at what this padded vest looks like versus the Air Force jacket we're wearing. And no, I don't like it. So let's go back into our inventory and put on our Air Force jacket again. Yeah, that's much better. And honestly, I'm not going to hold on to this. We're just going to put it right there. We have more important things to do with our inventory. So we're going to leave that right there. That building's clear. We cleared the barn. And it doesn't look like there's a lot else for us to do over here. Of course, day 0, we're out in the middle of the sticks. I'm seeing a couple birds here. That's one dead bird. That's another dead bird. All right. So now hopefully we can actually... Oh man, that's a wasted opportunity right there. Yeah, because the animation's too long. Oh, there it is. We got one of them at least. I mean, if you're looking for resources, this is a great place to come. There are a ton of logs out here. So I know that we have multiples in here. So let's put an arrow in one. Nope, we're pulling 2 again. Oh, 3. Wonderful. Got a jumper. Okay, I'm gonna back off of them really quickly so that I can get a little bit of room. All right, she's down. Ow. Ow. All right. Collect all of our arrows. And you can stab at the bushes too. When you find a great weapon like a katana or something like that, oh man, you can fly through bushes. Just one more? 2. All right, let's get this last guy. All All right. Now we'll get this place looted. And I'll get back to you guys as soon as we're done looted, and we'll talk about what we got. All right, guys, so refrigerators, they break down. There's not stuff in them. You break down, you get rebar, plastic, that kind of stuff. That one just gave us rebar. So no big win there. And sometimes, I've never actually seen it, so I take that back. But you can get up here, and I would not put it past a developer to hide some little ammo box or something like that. Because if I can climb up here and actually get up here, then there may be something up there. So worth taking a look at. All right. So we're going to keep heading east. Now, I don't want to go too late because obviously we're going to have to set up something as far as a base goes. All right. So let's get back over. Oh, I was gonna say let's get back over to the road, but got to get that iron. Okay. So we've gathered some stuff. We've killed some zombies. We kill this one too. There we go. Now it says we need to build a sleeping bag. So we're going to build a sleeping bag. We're not going to use it, but we are going to build it. All right. So we're going to come up here. We're going to hit our utility button, utilities, sleeping bag. Let's go ahead and build that. There we go. Because that is your revival spawn point. So you may want to have it maybe not in your main base where you're fighting the horde every night. You may want to put it a little way away. So if you do die, you're not spawning right in the middle of hell. So it's something worth thinking about. Let's see here. What do we want? It says, oh, we need to build a small animal trap. So let's do that. And I hate that it actually has you do all this stuff right now. So we need 2 more tree branches and some leaves. All right. See, the dagger is so much better. It's so much faster. And when you take out a bunch of bushes, you'll find great things in there like eggs that you can turn into like deviled eggs. So we've got a bunch of vines now and stuff like that. So we are going to go back into build and trap. Now we can make our small animal trap. I suggest putting this someplace where you frequent, like as you walk past, because you can just check it really quick. Oh, the stone's down. I got something. The small trap is going to catch things like rabbits and foxes. The medium-sized trap is going to catch deer, bear, or not bear, boar, pigs, things like that. So now it wants us to create a research table. And here's where it kind of goes off the rails a little bit. Because if I come up here and I go to utility, which is where the research table is, because I've collected these things, I can build it. So I'm going to, because I really want it right now. But if you don't have lumber and wooden planks, you either have to go find a bunch of wooden crates to tear apart, or you have to create another table. The material production table, because that's the table that you turn logs into wooden planks. You turn logs into lumber. And you also have to build the crafting table if you need to make rope. Luckily, we have everything that we need, but the game doesn't tell you that. So if this was grayed out and you click on it and you're like, well, I don't have enough ropes and I don't have wood planks or something like that. That's how you fix that problem. Build these other 2 first, and then you can turn your logs into wood planks. But since we've gathered enough materials, I'm going to go ahead and build this thing. And I'm just going to set it down here because ultimately I'm just going to get rid of it. So this is how you access your tech tree. And your research materials that you pick up in the world by breaking down the cardboard boxes, finding them in loot boxes and stuff like that, that is, let me show it to you in your inventory. I have 99 research material right now. And this will stack, I think, up to like 999. So you can collect a lot. Just in one slot, 999 research material. So these are all wonderful. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them, but I am going to talk about a few early game suggestions that I have. You're going to need engineer pretty quickly, because when you start to build traps, you need trap machines. So you're going to want to get to engineer so that you can make trap machines. Another important early on one, well, throughout the game, is the porter line of tech tree, because each one of these adds 12 slots to your inventory. This will be a godsend. So the first one is going to cost me 25. So I'm going to research that, but I just got 12 more slots in my inventory. Now I can actually pick and gather things and pick a location closer to civilization. Okay. What's it cost for this one? 50. So I may pick this one up now, but first I at least want to get started with junior engineer. Well, that only cost me 10. That's fantastic. What's engineer cost me? 20. So if I do that, then I'll be 6 short of having enough for the next porter, but I'll be able to build trap machines like right now. So I'm actually going to do that. I would rather have that done, don't have to worry about it. And then as I collect more points, I can be leveling up porter. I can start doing other things. Really get in here and take a look at it. Under combatant, the jump stamina minus 50% is not, it's whatever. Okay, sure. Yeah, you use less stamina when you jump. But the Marine, the plus 5% attack speed, and then Special Forces gives you another 5% attack speed. Get those two together with a weapon like a katana. Now we're cooking with gas. I thought I heard someone. Can't even let me teach a class. Rude. Thank you. All right. So yes, research table, wonderful thing. Take a look at it. If you want to build all the weapons in the game, you're going to have to focus on blacksmith, because you can build a lightsaber if you wanted to. Dynamite, flamethrower, throwing axes, a hammer that kind of looks like Thor's hammer, a kukri, so there's lots of things that you can do. I also recommend picking up Animal Hunter and Zombie Hunter. That gives you plus 20% damage for each one of those. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go and design your character. I recommend early on focusing on a lot of the entry level ones. Then you can start breaking off into the trees that you find more effective. So now that we've got that done, the next thing it wants us to do is actually build a pendulum. We're not doing that just yet. We may not even get to that today because we're already at 1600 hours. The next thing I want to do is actually make a claw hammer. This is something they recently added in an early update. So now that I have a hammer, I'm going to put that on slot 7. And I'm going to warn you, I always forget to put my hammer away. The one job of the claw hammer is to demolish things. And basically, I click on demolish, and it's going to tear this thing apart and give me back most all of the resources that I put into it. It may be a rope short or a nail short or something like that, but demolish is a very effective tool because we don't have a way to move things right now. So if you put a bench in the wrong place and later on you're like, man, I wish I'd moved that one tick to the right, you're going to have to demolish it and start over. The rest of the stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it here. But there is one other thing that I did want to build. And let's see, do I have enough for it? I need to gather up some small stones. I want to put a flag here so that I always know where this base location is. And it will actually show up on our compass up on the top of the screen. One more small stone and we got it. Oh, look, more iron rock. Got to carve that, right? All right. You guys don't want to watch me doing this, do you? Okay, I didn't think so. All right, guys, so we did get pieces of iron ore, gunpowder. We got all that. We have enough rocks to make our flag. And I'm probably going to demolish that trap, too. There's no reason for it to be here. So now I'm just going to set a little flag here. Boom. And now you see the little white diamond in our compass up at the top of the screen shows us where that flag is. And since we're not building a lot of bases, it's going to be pretty easy to disseminate between them on the when you're looking at your heads-up display. All right. So now I'm heading more towards civilization. As you can see, we see rooftops and stuff like that down here. So I'm going to head down this way. I'm going to gather some resources along the way. If I run into the occasional zombie, I'm just going to kill him. And hopefully I'll find someplace better. Well, I know I'll find someplace better, but and you guys will just pick up when I get there. All right, I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, guys, so I'm sitting here wandering through the woods and I see houses and stuff like that. And I see this massive brick wall and I'm like, natural defenses. I mean, obviously not natural, but they're in-game defenses. So now I want to see what this is, because this could be a great spot for our base, because then we don't have to worry about which direction they're coming from. It would be totally funneled. They don't like railing, by the way. See, now he's going to come running back. And it is 1900 hours, so we do need to spend some time here. What is he doing? Like some little shuffle move there? That was weird. Some of these zombies move funny. All right. So we have a nice big gate here. Oh. Be wary of the butcher. Those guys are stout. I don't have a weapon to kind of go up against him right now. He will throw his meat cleavers. And they are just pin cushions. Ow. I'm freaking out of arrows. Hey, can I have my arrows back? This is probably not the smartest move. Let's run over here really quick. Oh, that's the wrong button. Get that open. Run some more. He's gonna throw another. Oh, he missed me. All right, this will give us a little bit more time, so we can come in here. I'm gonna put this on my hotbar. There we go. Now I'm feeling more like myself. He didn't dump all my arrows. Look at him. He's a friggin' pincushion. All right, so hopefully we'll be able to take him out with a spear and all the arrows that I stuck into him. Come on, dude, I got building to do. Let's go. Ow! Right in the head. Did you see that? Look at that. That cleaver's sticking in my head right now. Eat another candy bar. Go down already. Ow. Oh, missed that. Missed that time, dude. Come on. Finally. Wow. That was crazy. But we didn't die. Still picking up arrows. Wonder how many I lost. Let's see. Like 10. All right, we'll worry about this later. Let's continue seeing if this is like a viable spot. Because some spots look great. Trust me, I've set up in some crazy spots already in this game. And the first couple nights, I'm like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And then by like night 3, I'm like, yeah, not so awesome. Or there's weird game things going on. And that was outside, inside. I want to see what the rest of this yard looks like. This place is huge. Oh, this could be it. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this could be very fun. Yes, the pool of death. We could create a crazy gauntlet inside the pool that they have to run around to get through before they get to me. Of course, we have to get down there. We have to deal with the fact like that ladder won't move. That crate won't move, but that doesn't matter. This is a huge spot. And what is this? Can we use this? Oh, solar panels, all right. I don't think we can do anything with it though. Yes. All right, so it looks like they can come in from both sides of the house, but that's okay because we can funnel them around. The zombies will always take the least path of resistance. Let me go into my gamma really quick and kind of bump this up. I noticed it's getting a little dark outside. There we go. At least you guys can see better. It's a little whitewashed on my screen. It's probably a little whitewashed in the video, but at least we can still see because the light honestly doesn't it illuminates right in front of you, but that's about it. Yes, this has a lot of potential. And hopefully we have enough resources right now that we can just build something for right now that allows us to survive the night. Because then we're very close to the town. I saw that there were a bunch of houses and stuff over there. I think I've been in that area before, but I've never seen this before. But I always have to check out a place with high walls because that means I didn't see any holes, not back here anyway. We can absolutely control our destiny right here. So let's just go ahead and what am I missing? Oh, I'm missing logs. Of course I am. Can I not get over this? Yeah, a sprint jump? No. Oh, that's a bummer. Now, how am I going to get over to the other side? Don't know. But for right now, we just need to build a couple foundations, some stairs. I'm actually probably going to cut down all these trees right back in this area. So through the magic of editing, I'll be done. Boom. All right, guys. So as promised, I did clear out all but that little tree there. And I think I missed that one in the corner there. But yeah, I was able to throw down a couple foundations here. This is all we need for tonight. Because I don't... Oh, maybe they can. I may have to rethink this. Like maybe remove this one. There we go. And then we'll just build it over here. And this is going to be where we're going to hold our ground for the night. I keep hearing something. I don't know what it is. One of the things that I do want to make right now are some barbed fences, but we need trimmed logs for that. So if we come over to the crafting table, we can make a material production table. We have everything that we need for that. And as you can see, it's the blueprint takes up a full floor. But when you set it down, it's not going to fill out the full floor. That's the full blueprint with upgrades. So when you're placing these, be mindful of, all right, this thing's going to upgrade to this big. I don't want to put any storage boxes close to it because then I might run into some issues. So for right now, I'm going to set this thing down on the end. I'm going to end up demolishing it. Well, that's kind of silly, but yeah, sure. I'll put it there. We just needed, oh, I guess I put it right there on the back. That's cool. Nope, don't demolish it yet. Now we need to make some trimmed logs. And we're going to make a bunch of them. Okay, maybe not 23. Maybe like, I don't know, let's say 12. I keep hearing something. It must be a bird or something. But it sounds like something's running through grass. All right, so this is where we're going to hold the line. And how we're going to do that is we're going to build some barbed fences. We can build, it looks like 5 of them because that's the rope that we have. But that's okay. This 5 will be plenty. Okay, so we always have to leave them a path through. That's the thing. Always have to leave a path through. They have to be able to get to us some way. Otherwise, they just go crazy. That doesn't mean that it has to be easy, though. If you have issues with this thing acting weird, turn your snapping off. And you can do like more fine adjustments. Like this. See, and then I'll put one over here. We can squeeze through there. Every sound freaks me out. But yeah, that is what we're going to do. That is the extent of our base for tonight. I think that over the next few days, we're going to be able to build some incredible stuff. Obviously, we're going to have to build some stairs down to get to all this metal and get it out of here, because that's a great resource to have. We haven't even talked about looting the actual building yet, and we're so close to so many other things. So I'm really excited for what the future brings. But we do have a little bit more time. Let me see how... Can we go this way? Oh, see. Oh, see, there we go. We can go the safer route. Jump... Or there we go. So we'll just have to see. We may be like the skin of our teeth kind of a thing by the end of the night. But let's see what other resources we have here in the backyard. You can't farm these little chunks of concrete with the rebar, I don't think. I've never been able to get anything out of them, and I whack on them for a while. That looks like a cellar. With wires running out to... Can we go down there? Is that going to be like a full day exploration, just going down into the cellar of this place? Can we get down? We can. There's stairs. Oh, wow. That's going to be awesome. Yes. She's inside. We don't have to worry about her. He's on the other side of the wall. Don't have to worry about him. You can bang on that wall all day, every day if you want. You're not going to get in. Because it's indestructible, baby. Just like Lucy here. So here's the backstory on Lucy while we're farming stuff. Lucy is a test subject. She actually has a chip implanted inside of her that emits this crazy signal every night at midnight. And that is why all the zombies come at her at midnight every night. So in case you didn't know, that is the story behind why the hordes come every night at midnight. I mean, we're not going to go out there. We're going to stand right here and just let them come to us. And night one, or morning one of day one, when the first horde comes, because it's after midnight, you know, is a good indicator of where they're going to come at you from in the next nights. So getting to kind of where you want to set up your base for the game on night one or morning one, the first horde, how's that? Is kind of nice, because then you can anticipate what's going to happen. If we take a look at the map really quickly, we are dead center in the middle. So this is a fantastic location. And now you know where the pool is. I don't even know what that building is, but it's got a great pool. So now we just wait. Actually, we have a little bit of time. I'm looking at the... If you look at the little bar on the little circle on the right-hand side, that white bar is filling up clockwise. So it will get down to a little bit of sliver, and then the music changes, and that's when the hordes come. So we can come over here, get some more bushes. Take out your knife. There you go. We'll probably even get this rock here. I'm not taking this rock out, by the way. That's how I get out of here. Hope you guys are enjoying the first episode. Again, leave me down in the comment section below. Do you want to see the full day, uncut, unedited? Or do you want to see more of a curated episode? You just need to let me know which one you guys want down in the... And that means that they'll be a little bit longer, because remember, each day, each full 24-hour day in the game is 2 hours in real time. So the videos will be pretty close to 2 hours long. So just keep that in mind. I don't mind doing it at all. It doesn't matter to me which way you guys want to do it. But you need to let me know which would you rather see. And we're getting down to sliver time here, so soon as we get this cut down, put that away. We have to get up on this rock. Then we can jump over. So don't ever get rid of that rock if you come here. Get into position here. Now, who knows? The game may not allow that. I can walk over it either way. I don't have to jump or anything, except when I have spikes here. We'll see if the game recognizes that or not. If not, I could just have a bunch of really pissed off zombies. Oh, now we're at the sliver hour right there. It just ticked over. And game saved. So you know what that means, don't you? Means you gotta wait for the next episode. Oh. Did I forget to mention that? I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, it's not day 0 anymore. It's 1 day, 0 hour. And this video is about day 0, which means that you have to wait for the next episode to see how it all plays out. Yeah, I know. I can kind of be a jerk like that sometimes. But yeah, if you guys are liking this series, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to be doing lots of Night of the Dead content, tips and tricks videos. I do live streamings of this game. I am really enjoying Night of the Dead. I'm very excited to see what this 2-man team, this development team, 2 people, what they can do with this game, what they're going to add to it, how they're going to tweak it and change it as it advances through the alpha and the beta and all that stuff. So hang out with me, hit the subscribe, click the bell notification icon so that you get notified the next time I post a video. And until next time, this is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya.